All right, so we are still a couple of days away from the reveal, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about it because, I mean, the only other thing to do is World Tournament, which I guess maybe I'll post the World Tournament video kind of today, but man, I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all, chat. I have not done World Tournament. I haven't even touched it. I haven't done anything with World Tournament. I'm just sitting here. I really like 23 mil points is all I'm gonna get, man. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, anyways, let's calm down. Too much energy at the start of the video. Anyways, so again, we know Global Dokkan and JP Dokkan did post this on the 22nd. So far, we have not gotten any other additional hints or things like that. So I don't know if we're gonna get anything tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna be, you know, the 22nd and 24th and the stream on the 26th. That could be possible. Who knows for sure, but we are 2 days away from the official stream. Again, it is going to be at 3 PST. An hour later, though, keep that in mind. But either way, we will be getting all the details that we will need for the Feeling the Heat Transcendent Dokkan campaign. And again, my personal guess is Resurrection F. I talked about this. I feel like Golden Frieza versus Blue Goku just makes a ton of sense. And again, in case you guys want to kind of think about why, in fact, I made a post that I showed on this video that I got a lot of pushback for. Okay, before we act, okay, I'm gonna be talking about like Extreme Z Awakenings and stuff that I do want to see during the celebration. But if it is Resurrection F, no, that's the wrong one. My bad, chat. I'm trying to find that one, and then I want to show this one for Golden Freeze, which we'll talk about in a second. But we've never gone just LR Super Saiyan Goddess Goku, and a lot of people were like, oh, you know, I think Vector in particular was like, oh, we got this guy, and it's like, yeah, this is an LR Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, right? This is like LR Blue Goku represented in an LR. But I was saying that we never got an LR Super Saiyan Goddess Goku, and while it is not the ideal pick right now, I would have personally picked a lot of other characters instead of Resurrection F to drop right now, like as just like a Super Saiyan God SS Goku. They can still make it work because one, we don't have Super Saiyan God SS Goku again as just his own LR. The only times Blue Goku has been in LRs is with other characters. Considering that Blue Goku, again, Silent did say this, like Blue Goku is like the poster face of DBS. It's weird that he has any standalone units in general. Like we have just T-Wars from like years ago. So this would allow him to actually link up with the other Blue Goku and Vegeta card and a bunch of the other Blue Goku cards that have like released in the past. One of them is even gonna potentially EZA if we do end up seeing like Resurrection F, right? And with all of this in mind, I do think that it wouldn't be the worst thing ever because at least they would link together. They would work very well together. And, you know, it just felt like it was kind of crazy that we haven't seen like Super Saiyan Blue Goku as an LR, right? No, I also want to talk a little bit about Golden Frieza here, just because, again, we know that if this is indeed going to be Frieza versus Blue Goku or something, or like a lot of people were saying Frieza might be even the Dokkan Fest. I would assume if it is like Golden Frieza as the like the hint right here, I'm not sure if Golden Frieza would still be the Dokkan Fest. I would say it could be Resurrection F themed because I don't think that they would lead Frieza as a Dokkan Fest personally. I think if it was between Goku and Frieza and part one leading the celebration, setting the tone of the celebration, would probably be Goku. But hey, if they make a Dokkan Fest LR Golden Frieza and he has like a premium villain leader skill, that would be awesome. But if they make it the Super Bosses version of Golden Frieza, we actually do not have a Super Bosses version of Golden Frieza in the game from Resurrection F. Again, you could take a look. In fact, I'll just look up Frieza. We have Frieza from the DBS Roll movie. That's the only Frieza we have. We don't have Resurrection F at all. So it is interesting, you know, if they brought out Super Bosses as a leader skill and they are going to buff it during Tanabata right away, it would make a lot of sense, honestly, considering I feel like all the other teams just feel a lot better. So maybe they're like, yeah, this Super Bosses Frieza celebration, you know, is going to bring a lot of power to this team. Considering that it's not the Resurrection F movie version, maybe it's possible they get rid of these Resurrection F movie links, because Super God Combat and Resurrection F, those are all given to the Resurrection F movie characters. So far, we've never seen Dragon Ball Super variants of these links. And considering we've seen things like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta standalone getting Saiyan Roar now, when in the past he used to never get Saiyan Roar. Now this guy is indeed getting Saiyan Roar. I don't know if maybe if it's because his intro animation, it's like a fusing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta based off the intro. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna give him Saiyan Roar because it's Goku and Vegeta still in there. But still, I do think that they should go ahead and change these two links to, I personally like Thirst for Conquest and Big Bad Bosses would be what we would really want to see. But again, that's all speculation at this point, and I think this would help a lot of the other potential Extreme Z Awakenings. But again, I wanted to kind of just bring that up as a like a little interlude heading into kind of the video topic at hand, which is, you know, could they make a Resurrection F kind of celebration work? And I made this post here because there is actually so many potential Extreme Z Awakenings and Super EZs we could see that, you know, I could theoretically spread so many of them out between like multiple videos and ask for concepts and stuff like that. But I don't know, I feel like just talking about them all in one video this time, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that, right? Just because that's how I'm feeling, right? It's guys, it's so hot recently. I'm like, my energy's been a little down, but when Tanabata comes up, we're gonna be hitting we're gonna be grinding so hard, it's gonna be crazy. But even these guys could potentially get Super Extreme Z Awakenings. I think that could be really cool. I guess I should have brought them up ahead of time because there's so many again. Like, imagine looking up Super Saiyan Goku. Yeah, that's gonna surely help me find this guy. But when it comes to these characters, it is really interesting that if they would easy right now, I think they could still be good for the current kind of meta potentially. They just have to switch around how their designs are. So like, again, we see Blue Goku gets up to 25% reduction. What they should do, because we know they can't change super attack effects, right? Let's say these guys do easy A, they should give them multiple super attacks in here, and this should have or their damage reduction rate, it should be like, what, imagine like both of them start off like 80% damage reduction, and then over time they lose that damage reduction until they get to their final forms, where they still will have like a decent amount of reduction. Maybe you can give them guard, but by that point they've stacked enough so that they don't need as much, and then it kind of like allows them to be strong in both the shorter content and longer content. We don't really have longer content right now, but the biggest kind of type of content that we have currently is short content. So these two would easy A, that'd be really cool. Frieza, maybe they can give him some sort of debuffs in his passive skill. Goku maybe could I mean, Super Saiyan Goku could kind of do anything, right? And in terms of like other Super Saiyan Gokus, there's not really many available right now. So this guy like getting a Super EZA and like a Goku versus Frieza kind of celebration would be really cool. I think it is unfortunate again that their super attack effects can't change. So like these two can't just keep stacking. They are gonna be stuck here with their one turn at 30% attacking defense raise. But again, they can always make hits whatever they want. Like, what if these guys get like, well, like imagine these buffs right here, it activates permanently. Like you attack, and then this is permanently active for the rest of battle. So then they continue stacking in their passive skill and in their super attack effects. So I mean, that could be pretty cool. I don't know, I'm not sure how exactly they might be able to do that, but considering like, I guess the transformations all count as like separate characters, but who knows? I'm not sure. Like, that's just kind of idea I have about these two. I think these two could be, again, really cool super EZs for a celebration like this, though. Possible I'd be down. See them solely being usable in festival battles, nothing else. These are such a balanced nightmare. You could see them being absurdly OP or absurdly awful. Yeah, I think they'll either go overboard with like these two as like Extreme Z Awakenings, or they'll go under like kind of what kind of power they could potentially have here. Man, I think they would just be so cool for EZAs. I mean, I guess 150% leader skills would be great as well. I shouldn't have closed Goku. That's my bad. I would say the biggest issue with Goku specifically, though, like if we take a look here, man, this video is already it's already going to be 10 minutes, not 15 minutes. The biggest issue with this like Super Saiyan Goku right here, though, is that he changes his links quite a bit, right? I mean, we can. This is gonna be weird. I have to bring up all of them. Like Frieza doesn't really change his links much at all. Like again, does he really even change links? Like he loses metamorphosis, but he has like okay, yeah, you know, this is a golden Frieza that has thirst for conquest and big bad bosses, man. Like imagine, because this guy is on movie bosses. He doesn't have the Resurrection F links. Like they could do it. They could give the other golden Friezas big bad bosses, and they realistically should if they're not from the Resurrection F movie. I think they should use that as like a quote unquote excuse. Dokkan has been doing a lot better with this recently, again, like I said. So, man, I really, really want that to happen. And then, you know, these guys, I mean, imagine them linking up with like 6 out of 7 links. That would be insane, especially like with the cooler EZs that could potentially happen. That could be really, really good. But the biggest issue with Goku here, and maybe they would give him some sort of like support ability to kind of make up for it, is we see, you know, these two basically have the same links, right? All in the Family, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, but the most important thing is prepared for battle. Then we go to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He loses prepared for battle for Winter Flash, and then he loses All in the Family for Lemon Breaking Form. Like, and then we go here, he gains Godly Power and Warrior Gods, and he gets All in the Family back. Okay, then this guy gets on the family back here, and I think they share the same links. Let me take a look here. Yeah, the link set is exactly the same, so it's a bit weird to kind of balance these guys with their link set as well. At least this character does get All in the Family throughout the entire forms except for Super Saiyan 3, but that's okay. All in the Family is a pretty good link right now, all things considered. Like again, this type Vegeta has it too. Like, you know, getting All in the Family early on could be really good for like Super Saiyan Goku here. But yeah, it is very unfortunate that this guy's link set just changes so mega drastically during this. Let's see if people are saying anything interesting though in terms of their kids here. Holy butt, I don't know. Reason might be crazier. You can keep them 13th anniversary. Multi-transformation characters like AGL Cell, Goku, Frieza were always cool, so hopefully they make them usable. AGL Cell was pretty good. I just feel like the S tier Cell team was never really fully put together in a way that I would have liked. Like that tournament participants kind of villains team just kind of didn't really pan out. 50-50 mumble chats. Feels like anniversary GDC thing that they're all big type leads. I mean, they could save them for those big celebrations too. Goku has a chance of being insane when you consider Super Saiyan 4 Goku support. If it's Resurrection F, then make them a new leader for Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Frieza would need a bit added to his kit. Yeah, because Frieza, like Goku has damage reduction, right? So that's a good thing to kind of start off with. Frieza doesn't, but they could always add damage reduction to Frieza's kit. Or maybe Frieza's like a huge mega debuffer. Imagine Frieza's like first one Frieza is like 40% attack lower to all enemies. Like whether it's like extreme class, like if there's a full extreme class rotation, lowers attack by 40% to all enemies in first form Frieza, that would be pretty sick, honestly. And that would be like really good for like short content. Or again, he gets to keep the same thing if he's in second form around all of his forms, right? Frieza could be like a really good debuffer, and then by the time you stack up with him, he, you know, gets like, you know, let's say like by the time he reaches like final form Frieza or something, he gets like guard and damage reduction. Maybe this guy will still have, of course, like damage reduction or something like that, right, to kind of make up for it. Whereas Blue Goku could be more like, you know, traditional kind of character in that sense. Maybe Blue Goku could be like a slot 1 character, or like Super Saiyan Goku specifically. Like they make this guy like a slot 1 viable character. Frieza, like let's say Frieza won't be slot 1 viable, but he's like a mega debuffer, really good in slot 2, mega offense, he has healing, like he does all the technical stuff, was Goku's just like, yeah, strong defensive slot 1 character. And then they kind of keep that kind of role all the way until they transform into their final forms here. That would be really cool, honestly. I would really like something like that to happen. Transformation took too long, probably useless. I mean, if they make the first form is good for short content, because short content and long content want different things. What if Golden Frieza is like every time he attacks, he gains 50% attack and defense for the rest of battle, permanent, and then they give him like 2 additionals or something, and then like he just gets mega stats at the end of fights. Like they could make these guys so good for festival, while making like Goku is like Guard with 80% reduction turn one, and then Frieza's like, or just Goku maybe like 80%, 90% reduction turn one. Kind of like how Tech Super Saiyan Vegito is, right? Like just make them have mega reduction. And then Frieza is like a huge debuff for God in turn one. And then they sort of shift over. By the time you get to these phases that are longer phases, they don't need those abilities anymore, right? But they have to be very unique with that at the same time. I guess that's being fair, because if they're not actually unique with the designs for these characters, then it kind of really does take away, you know, if they make them very basic, which Dokkan does tend to make things a little basic at times. So if that does end up continuing, then unfortunately, that would suck for sure. That would very much suck, man. Very likely. Hopefully they'll leave an impact. Both EZs were forgettable. Yeah, the easy A's for them weren't really that great. You need Goku to be broken. His OC is one of your all-time favorites. If you get a good Wicked Bloodline team, you'll just suck on Matsu's dick. All right, man. Shadow Dragons, even Human Deeds, Border Chaos. You can't stop being Fade. I mean, yeah, this Fed. This Frieza's on Inhuman Deeds as well. He does fit Omega's team. Maybe take a look here. Inhuman Deeds, then I don't think he fits Worldwide Chaos though. No, or yeah, he doesn't fit like any of these other teams, but he does still fit Omega's team. Like he can be around on that team, so that's actually pretty good too. I guess we can close this for now. But yeah, I think, you know, like imagine like a Wicked Bloodline team. Again, there's so many potential options, like a new Golden Frieza. We get this first form Frieza, Super Easy A. You know, there's STR Final Form Cooler, Tech Golden Frieza. I mean, this guy could get a Super Easy A first form Frieza. We got the Prime Battle Goku Super Easy A. This guy was the second free-to-play LR, was he not? Like, give him a Super Easy A. I think that would be really interesting as well. Though it would be two first form Friezas. Maybe they could do different things. Again, this guy first, a third attacker. Maybe he could be like a huge kind of like support character or something like that, right? I don't know. Also an updated version. Miracle if you make it a Super Saiyan 3. Well, right now, yeah. But, I mean, in my opinion, Dokkan has not done a good job with giving us really difficult long content. Like, we have long content, but I feel like the Shadow Dragons fight doesn't, at least personally, challenge our characters, like our longer event characters, to the point like Festival. And Festival is still difficult for a majority of characters, but it would be nice to get like a long-term fight, similar link to the Sin Shenron fight, or the Omega fight. I mean, like, I would say Omega should have hit harder. Like, he has dodge stable and everything, which is, again, very, like, it does limit the characters you can use. Maybe that fight is harder than I'm giving it credit for. I always say that, but maybe I just need to do more runs in that fight. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the Omega fight, actually. Maybe, if you guys think I should consider the Omega fight, like, that fight as, like, a really difficult fight, maybe I'll make a poll for it. You know, I do want to do, like, I should make my thread where I want to talk about, hey, the 10th anniversary fights. How do you like all these events that came out during the, not the 10th anniversary, the global Dokkan campaign, which is technically the global 10th anniversary, right? So back, you'd come, this is real. And then easy for Goku and Vegeta, true. That would be really good too. They suck for a third time. Maybe. Prepare for the goon chair. Okay, everyone just like is openly gooning now. Is that, do you guys notice that? Everyone just like openly goons. Like, they don't care anymore. Like, there's no class. There's no like surprise or shock factor anymore. It's just, everyone's just, you know, I mean, sure, it is what it is. It is what it is. Them having to wait turn 5s to build up like Vegito, unless they're an ultra defensive at the start, there's no saving them. Okay, you say unless, but then they could do it. Like, you're like, they'll be bad unless they make them good. It's like, that's what I see with a lot of these comments. It's like, they'll be bad. They're gonna be bad unless they make them good, of course. You know, it's like, yeah, they could kind of, I would say it's fair though, because like, will they make them interesting enough to do that? I don't know. But yeah, these two, again, they're one of my most kind of loved characters in Dokkan. Like, I really like the idea of the full transforming character cast. Unfortunately, doesn't really pan out that well for like kind of like for long content. They weren't stacking permanently, and for short content they want to build up, so they have to really think about how they design these characters. I wish I made concepts for them, but again, like Super Saiyan Goku just like mega defensive, and then when you get to Blue Goku and Golden Frieza, like they just like get stats permanently when attacking in their passive skill, and that could be really cool. Frieza debuffable, right? I think this is a 20-minute video already. I was gonna talk about other EZAs, but I might just have, you know, like because I was gonna bring up like the Resurrection F Blue Goku Vegeta, Age of Golden Frieza, the cooler movie EZAs. They just might have to be their own videos. Like these four its own videos, these four is its own video. Angel Trunks could be really cool. Or, you know, I guess we'll talk about Angel Golden Frieza. We'll end things off here with him, just to give him his own kind of spotlight here. I mean, this guy is the oldest character without an Extreme Z Awakening. So this is also why I'm thinking like Resurrection F. It just makes a lot of sense with this guy just kind of sitting there. They saved Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for the GZ Heroes team. They saved Super Saiyan 2 Gohan for the youth team. I could see like Wicked Bloodline being the leader skill, or Transformation Boost would be really good too. I would actually prefer Transformation Boost. I can't think of Friezas that aren't on Transformation Boost at the top of my head. I'm pretty sure, like, is there a Frieza on here that's not on Transformation Boost? I'm pretty sure every single Frieza is on here. Again, they could do Wicked Bloodline too. Coolers are all on here as well, but Transformation Boost would just be a better version of that team, especially if Frieza's the Carnival. Imagine 220% to Transformation Boost would be really good. It would allow you to use Buhan. Super Janemba would get a new team. Taxel could be usable, and then you may, if you have to, you could throw in like Super Saiyan 3, Creative Goku. The Brolys are on here. Steer Janemba, whenever he gets a Super EZA, would be on here. Like a lot of potential characters for the future as well. Transforming Goku's here too. That's funny. Yeah, again, there's a lot of like, you know, really cool characters that could eventually fit in here. Let's see who else, like Super EZAs wise. I mean, yeah, this guy is crazy that he's so old without an EZA. They have to EZA him. I think give us Dokkan Festapion in like October. Peak in my opinion. But this Frieza is a generic stacking character. He does debuff though. Like, what if there's just all enemies 30% attack and defense for 2 turns? And then he also gets an extra like 15% to it. Or like, what if he just lowers enemies attack and defense by 15%? And then this as well. And then it's like a 45% debuff. That'd be crazy. But imagine he does something like that. Medium chance to dodge. I mean, they could just literally give this guy 70% dodge chance. This right here after receiving or evading an attack. Like they can make this basic effect and then give him stats after receiving or evading. I mean, this guy's so basic. He stacks defense normally. Like they could do so many things with him. He could be so good for short and long content. This because this is what this guy was, right? Ceiling, attack lowering, dodge, stacking. Then you transform into Golden Frieza, which is a turn 1 transformation. You get 70% chance to stun, lots of damage reduction. There's a lot of things that they could do with this guy. Like, again, short content, this guy has debuffs, or you could switch over to Golden Frieza and make him like a mega early on tank. Like, what if Golden Frieza, he's like, he has like a baseline of, I don't know, 60% reduction, and then for 1 turn after you transform him, he has 80% reduction. That could be pretty cool. Like, he'll get an additional 20% the first turn you transform him. That could be really good. And then it's like in like festival or some really long fight, you could take advantage of that still. But then in short content, you just transform this guy instantly, and just he does like mega crazy damage. Like he just gets like 100% attack, and then like the extra damage reduction. And like imagine he just like wipes out Goku Black. His super attack effect could change too. Like they could give him like attack lowering on here as well. So there's many things they could do for this Frieza too. I think I'm excited for him, but okay, I got enough. This is 20. I didn't even expect this to be 25 minutes just off of these 3 characters alone. But I'm very excited for a potential Resurrection F kind of celebration. Again, I'm hoping it is. We can close all these. I guess we'll talk about the rest of the EZAs later. I'm hoping it is like a Dragon Ball Super Arc variant and not the movies variant. Because if it's the movies variant, I'm very confident that Frieza will be getting those Resurrection F links and some with the blues. I would ideally not like them to get those links, because at this point, like, those links just, they're not good. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Y'all take care.